Hello, my name is Yu Ming. I'm currently a PhD student at National University of Singapore. The paper I will be presenting today is titled The Last Survivor of PoS Pools, Stacker's Dilemma. This is a joint work with Tang Jing, Qian Hao, Richard, Lei, and Yao Ming. In classical Bitcoin proof of work, individual miners may spend decades to mine a single block and receive the associated Bitcoin reward. To mitigate this high variance and ensure more stable payment, miners aggregate their computational power into mining pools. This allows them to reduce the time it takes to find a block and receive more consistent share of rewards. Moving to proof of stake, the concept of mining pools was adapted to create staking pools. In these pools, stackers aggregate their stake to reduce staking variance and achieve more consistent returns. This model has been tremendously growth, with the total value locked in staking pools reaching to an impressive 20 billion US dollar in the past 5 years. However, the malicious stacker can execute a block withholding attack to steal the reward from the staking pool. Here is how it works. First, the attacker deposits into Vault contract, just like any legitimate stackers do. Then, during the mining process, the attacker participated in the pool earning checks. However, wherever he finds a block, they withhold it, preventing it from being broadcast. Therefore, the attacker, despite his doing nothing, but still received the share. In this paper, we study the block withholding attack in proof of stake. First, let us consider a simple setting where only one attacker and one victim playing in the network. The attacker controls stake at block N, and the victim controls the remaining Z2 stake at block N. The right figure shows the revenue of the victim. The diagonal means the victim received a fair revenue. However, as can be seen, the victim always receives less reward than his stake. In fact, we show that no matter the initial wealth distribution, the advantages of attacker will accumulate, and the victim's disadvantages also accumulate. We show that if the attacker plays the game unlimited rounds, the attacker will finally take all of the stake, whereas the victim gradually loses all. Then we study another scenario that the network has two staking pools, and each of them infiltrates power to one another. Similar to the one pool attack, we show that the richer player receives more reward and the poorer player receives less reward than he deserves. In fact, after the attacker running unlimited rounds, we show that the attacker wealth converges to either 0 or 1 almost surely. Finally, we consider a more complicated scenario that there are multiple mining pools attacking with each other, and one solo staking pool mining honestly in the network. We conclude Stacker's dilemma that after a longer time, only one player and the solo stacker will survive from the block withholding attack. Besides, the remaining players will gradually vanish. We conduct the experiments on both simulations and real system experiment. The three figures shows the evolution of reward possessed by block withholding victim. As can be seen, in all test cases, the accumulated reward of victim gradually decreases and finally converges to 0, which verifies our results in previous section.